Hello, I will repeat the numbers in Arabic and we will continue from when we ended last time. First, let's watch a video about numbers in Lebanese.
صفر.
So zero is صفر, and in Arabic we just write the dot. Like this, okay?
واحد.
Wahad is one, and in Arabic we write it like this. Wahad.
واحد. اثنين.
Then, before we wrote it then to make it easier for you to say. So you can either say it nan or you can say nan. And in Arabic you write it like this. Okay.
اثنين. ثلاثة.
Lete is three. In Arabic you write it like this. Okay. And you can either pronounce it tlete or itlete if it's easier for you.
ثلاثة. أربعة.
Arba'a is four. In Arabic, you write it like this, like a reverse three. Arba'a.
أربعة. خمسة.
Khamse is five. In Arabic, you can write it like this. And this is how you pronounce it. Khamse.
خمسة. ستة.
Sitte is six. You write it like this in Arabic. The opposite of the two in Arabic. And just to know, sitte can also mean my grandma. Because sit is grandma and sitte is my grandma.
ستة. سبعة.
Sab'a. In Arabic, we write it like this. Okay, and this is how we pronounce it, sab'a. Remember, before we said in chats, we can use the three to mean a. So sab'a.
سبعة. ثمانية.
Mene, eight. And you write it like this in Arabic. Okay.
ثمانية. تسعة.
Tis'a is nine. You write it similar to the way you write it in English. It's this tis'a. Like this. Tis'a.
تسعة. عشرة. عشرة.
Ashra is 10. I will erase everything. So the way we write it is Ashra, 1, 0.
عشرة. عشرة. وهلأ بالعكس. And now backwards. عشرة. تسعة. ثمانية. سبعة. ستة. خمسة. 4 3 2 1 0.
Okay, so this is counting from 1 till 10. Now, if we want to count until 20, it's simple. In the end, we add ash. So you will see now with the numbers as we studied.
Count together till 20. 0 1 طبل 1 2 كلبين.
As we said before, whenever we're talking about two things, we add an in the end. So kalb is a dog. If we have two dogs, it becomes kalbin. Beit is a house. If we have two houses, it becomes beitain. Okay?
كلبين. 3 بسينات. 4 سطولة. 5 فواكه بالسلة. 6 بطات. 7 نجوم.
A star is نجمة. Stars نجوم. So whenever we're talking about the number, let's say 7 stars, 7 نجوم. Okay, so it's the same like in English. You say the number, then the word in plural.
8 بازلز. 9 كتب.
We studied this before. كتاب is a book. كتب means books. So if we want to say the number is 9, but if we want to say 9 books, we say 9 كتب.
10 ديناصور. 11.
So 11 is 11. 1. If it's easier, you can add E. 11.
11 بسيكلات. 12.
As I told you, like instead of saying اثنين for 2, we say 12. So it ends with ash. You can write it like this if it's easier. 12. So 12. 12. Okay.
12 سمكة. 13.
The same. Instead of saying ثلاثة, you say 13. So it ends with ash. You can add E in the start, or you can just say 13. 13.
13 دبدوب.
And if you want to write it, you write 1, 3. 13. Okay. 13. Okay.
أربعتاش.
So 14. Remember 4 was 4. 14 14. Okay. And you would write it 1 4 in Arabic.
14 حبة فواكه. 15. 15 زهرة.
So the same, we say 5 for 5. For 15, we say 15.
16.
6 is 6, 16 is 16. We add ash.
16 بيتزا. 17. 17 طابة.
Also 7, 7, 17, 17. Always when we're talking about things, instead of saying 17, it becomes 17. 18. 19. So instead of saying 19, it becomes 19. Okay? If you forget this, it's fine, just say the number, but commonly they say more 18, 19 when you're describing something, but when you're saying the number, you say 19. Okay? So here, 18 is 18, but if you want to say 18 doll, you say 18. Instead of saying 18, you say 18. So you add R. 18 لعبة. لعبة is
18. 18 لعبة.
the same here. 9 is 9. 19 is 19. And if you're talking about something, you say 19. So you add R in the end. 19 فواكه. فواكه means fruits.
19. 19 نوع خضرة.
Yeah, sorry, these were vegetables, خضرة. So 19. We don't say vegetables in Arabic, so we would say 19 types of vegetables, which is 19 نوع. But never mind, what's important now is the number.
19. 19 نوع خضرة. 20.
Okay, so now we reached 20. 20 is 20. You have to memorize it. And it's the same. You say number, 20. And if you're wanting to say 20 something, you say 20 also. Okay? So only the numbers would change when describing something from 1 till 20. For the other numbers, it would be the same, whether you're using the number by itself or to describe the number of something. Okay? Now we will continue beyond 20. So I will teach you as we did before. Okay. Let's put the whiteboard. Okay. So okay, so now we will do the numbers. I'll write them on the whiteboard. Sorry, I'm just trying to. This is the whiteboard. As we said before, 20 would be 20. I will write it for you. 20. 30 would be, you can either say 30 or you can say 30 if it's easier to pronounce. And you write it like this, 30. 40 is 4 was 4. So 40 is 40. It ends with in. It's easy now for 50. You write 5, 0, and it would be, remember, 5 is 5, 50 is 50. 60, 6, 0. 6 was 6, 60, 16. 70. 7 was 7, 70, 70. So they end with in. 8 was 8, 80. We write it 80 and we pronounce it mean instead of many or 20. 90, the same. So the same concept. Instead of saying this out for 9, you say this. Okay. So 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90. Okay. I will clear the page. Now, if we want to say 21, in Arabic, we would say 1 and 20. So what is 1? Remember, it's wahad. Wa, remember, wa means and. 20 is 20. Wahad, wa 20. 22, can you guess it? You write 2, 2. 2 is 2 و 20. 23, 2, and then 3. Then you write it. 23. 24. So you, as if you're saying 4 and 20. 4 4 و 20. "25" would be in Arabic as if you're saying 5 and 20. So 5, 6, 20. 26, 6, 20. 27, 7, 20. 28, 2, 8. 20. 29, 9. Okay. Now, if we want to, sorry. Okay, if we want to say 31, how do we write here? 3, 1, okay? And in writing, can we give it one steps? In writing, we write here واحد, what? Instead of 20, here it's 30. واحد, 30. 32, اثنين, what? 30. Okay. 33 would be 3, 3, 13. 34 would be 4, 30. 35, so 3, 5. 5, instead of saying 25 for 25, this is 5 و30. Okay. 36, 36. 26 was 26. 36 is 6 و30. Okay. 27 was 27. 37 is 7 و30 because it's 7 and 30. 30, 38 would be 8 or 8, up to you, but 30. Okay. 39 would be 9 و30. 9 و30. You can use this like if someone asks, how old are you? In Arabic, we say, how much is your age? So it would be addesh. Remember, addesh is how much? Amrak for a boy. Amr is age. Amrak for a boy. Amrik for a girl. You remember the possessive nouns? So addesh Amrak, if I ask a boy, he would say Amri, my age. واحد و30, 31. If I ask a girl, قديش عمرك? She would answer عمري 35, 35, for example. Okay. Now what you have to do is try to write until 100. So, for example, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. So you have to write here 1, 4, 41, and then you would write 1, 40, and you continue until you reach 100. 100, we write it like this, 1 and 2 zeros. When we pronounce it, Niye. Okay? And it's the same concept. So if you want to say 101, the same like in English, Niye Wahad. Okay? When we had, for example, 21, we would say Wahad wa 20. 1 and 20. But when it's in the hundreds, we say 100 and. Okay, 101. If it's 121, it would be 100. This is 21. So 100 121. Okay, so the 100 comes first and then the other numbers as we know them. The same goes for 200. 200 is 200. 2 and double zero. 200. 201. 201. 221. 221. We say 200. What is 21? 21. We add it. Okay. 300 is, instead of saying tlete, we say tlet 100. As if we're saying 300s. Because remember, tlet was 3. So tlet 100 is 300s. Okay, tlet 100. If you want to say 310, 310, and you write it tlet 100 10. Because 10 is 10. So, okay, 400. The same concept. 400. So 4 is arba. We say arba when we're describing something. Arba 100. But here can be arba 100. If you want to say 420, what do you say? Arba 120. Okay. $500, the same. خمس مية. Because remember, خمسة is 5, but if you're describing 5 objects, it becomes خمس. خمس مية. If you want to say 530, it is خمس مية وثلاثين. Okay. 600. 6 is ستة, but if you're describing something that is 6 in number, you say ست. ست بنات, 6 girls. 600 is ست مية. If you want to say 611, it's 600 11. Okay. 700. Also, when we say sab'a, it's 7. When we're talking about 7 things, we say sab'a. Sab'a مية. So let's say you want to say 7 houses. You say sab'a biyut. Okay, I will repeat this for you. 700. So if you want to say 712, is 700. 712. Okay. 800. The same. 8 is 8 or 8, but if you're describing 8 things, you say it 8. 800. 900. The 100. Okay. So 100 100, 200 200, 300 300, 400 500, 600 600, 700 700, 800 800, 900 900. I will delete these and then I will go back to the numbers. So واحد, 1. If it's a girl, you say وحدة. Okay, I will write it. واحد versus واحدة. واحد. 2 2. Usually we don't use it much with words because as I told you, you add "an" to the word. Like if you want to say 2 dogs, you say كلبان. 2 houses by 10. Okay, so you rarely use the number 2. For 3, 3 as you know is le, le, le. But if you're talking about something like saying 3 houses, it becomes a tle. Okay, tlet بيوت. 3 houses. 4 is, as you know, أربعة. But if you're describing something, you want to say 4 houses, it becomes أربع. أربع بيوت. 5, 6. But if you're talking about something, it becomes خمس. خمس بيوت. 6, 6. But if you're talking about something, it becomes ست. ست بيوت. Okay. 7, سبعة. And if you're saying 7 things, it becomes 7. 8, 8. But if you're talking about something, 8. 9, 9. But if you're describing something, it becomes 9. 10, 10. But if you're describing something, it becomes 10. Okay? So بيت is one house, بيوت is houses. So بيت, we usually use 1 after بيت واحد. If we want to say 2 houses, we just add n by 10. 3 houses, 3 بيوت. 4 houses, 4 بيوت. 5 houses, 5 بيوت. 6 houses, 6 بيوت. 7 houses, 7 بيوت. 8 houses, 8 بيوت. 9 houses, 9 بيوت. Okay, so just a slight difference, but you change it when you're describing the number of something. And this is why when we want to say 300, we say 300, 400 400, 500 500, 600 600, 700 700, 800 800, 900 900. Okay, these would also change. Let's do the 1000 because it's the same concept. Okay, so 1000, 1 and 30. We say a left. 2000. Also, if you want to say 1100, the same as the hundreds, alif, and then you have بومية. 1101, alif, ومية وواحد. Okay. So this is 1000. 2000, the same concept. 2000. 3000, the same. Remember, when we want to say three things, we say it left. And thousands is alif, let alif. 4000s, أربع, as we said, أربع آلاف. You can just say أربع آلاف, but in Lebanese we just say أربع آلاف. Sometimes in Lebanese there are no rules, so you have to just memorize. The same, 5000, remember خمس آلاف. 6000, 6000. 7000, also 7,000. 8,000, من 9,000, تسعة آلاف. The same as we did before. Okay. So ألف, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, 8000, 9000. It's 30. Okay. So after doing these, so now you know for the numbers from 1 to 10 how to use them in counting and how to use them when you're describing the number of something. واحد, اثنين, ثلاثة, ثلاث if you're describing. ثلاثة, ثلاث بيوت. أربعة, أربع بيوت. خمسة, خمس بيوت. ستة, ست بيوت. سبعة, سبع بيوت. ثمانية, ثمان بيوت. تسعة, تسع بيوت. The same for 10, 10. It becomes 10 when counting. When you're describing the number, it becomes 10. Okay? 10 cube. 11 is 11. When you're describing the number, it becomes 11. 11. 12. 12. 12. 12. For example, 12 houses, 12, we can say bed or bed. 13, when counting, we say 13, but when describing the number, we say 13. We add R. 14, 14, as we studied. But if we're talking about something and we're describing the number, we add R. 14. 15. 15. And when we're describing the number, it becomes 15. 16. 16. But when we're saying 16, it becomes 16. 17. 17. 18. When describing the number, instead of saying 18, we add 18. 19, it was 19. Now it becomes 19. Okay, for the rest, 20, 21, they don't change, luckily. So you say 20 لعبة. Or you count 20, 21 لعبة. The same as when you count 21. Just these change. 10, 10, 11, 11. So this you don't pronounce them here much. Just because it's easier like this. 13, 13. 14, 14. So 15 when you're counting, but if you're describing like 15 dots, 15, you add 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay? Now you can use this when counting too. If you want to say 10,000, it becomes 10. 1000. Okay? Just like when we said 3000, this is 10,000. 11,000 becomes 11,000. 12. 12,000. 12,000. 13,000 is 13,000. 13,000. 14 is 14. But if you're saying 14,000, 14,000. 15, 15,000, 15,000. 19,000 is, sorry, 60,000, 16,000. 17, 17,000, because it's 17,000. So you add 18,000, 19,000. And you continue. 20,000, 20,000. 30,000, 30,000. 21,000, 21,000. So you just add the alif. Okay. Listen to the recording more than once and try to take notes of these and try to write down for me from 1 till 200, and then from 1,000 until 1,200, and then try to write from just like I will ask you in the class, normal, just random, like write to me 11,000 or 12,000. And you just have to know it, and you will have to count, but also describe, because they changed a bit, like 10 when counting. But if you're saying 10 houses, 10 buyut, so they change slightly. And write down the numbers in counting and the numbers in describing. The numbers in describing only change from 1 until 19. For 20 and upward, they would be the same, whether you're counting or you're describing the number of something. Good luck with it. If you have some questions, give them to the class or ask me. And please do the homework by writing from 1 until 200, and then from 1,000 until 1,200. It's very easy. Once you can do the 1 until 200, the rest would be easy because it's the same concept. Good luck.